Close your eyes. Go ahead and just kind of shake it out for a second. Get all the wiggles out of the system. Wiggly today. And then find or create stillness. Soften your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Release the tension at the brow and in the hands. Maybe if you're not quite in the place to release it yet, just give yourself permission to release. Create awareness and be ready to let go when the time is right. Slowly begin to exhale your breath all the way out, please. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose. Big breath. Make some sound and let it go. Stretch your arms up and over your head. Big breath in. Bring your hands together at your heart. Side out. Let it go. Keeping the eyes closed, press your palms together. Seal your lips so that your mouth is closed, but your jaw is not being clenched shut. Breathing through just the nostrils now. In through your nose, breath comes up the nostrils, down the back of the throat, into the lungs, expanding, filling, energizing. Breath moves out from the lungs, up through the back of the throat, out through the nostrils, releasing, providing us space to create more vitality on the next breath in. Continue to breathe just like that on your own. In through your nose, out through your nose, full deep breaths. As you're breathing, can you please start to create more sound in your breath so that as you breathe in, it might sound like you're filling up a balloon or a tire. And as you breathe out, the sound becomes a little more forceful, like you're projecting a loud whisper through the space that you're in. We'll use this sound quality in our breath to help keep our practice more focused and intentional. Here is the theme of class today. We've already really lightly kind of been introducing the idea that the practice of yoga isn't about waiting or experiencing, let's say. Hopefully, we can take a much more active approach to our practice, creating, right? Making the sound of the breath rather than just letting the breath make a sound, or like the sound comes from the breath. We create, we do things intentionally in this practice so that we have agency over our journey. Right? And as always, our yoga practice serves as a microcosm of the macrocosm, a small piece of what we're doing beyond this space. And the reminder of our practice is that we have this ability to create and experience, to create and shape our reality. What you want to feel in this practice. Do you want to feel stronger? Do you want to feel more open? It doesn't have to be something that you wait to feel, but that you create. Do you want to be stronger? Be stronger in your practice. You want to be more open, right? You want to feel more open, be more open in your practice. So it's a subtle shift in maybe the way we communicate it, but the way we feel it and the way we're expressing it in our actions can be very, very different. Right? One is much more active and one is much more passive. What we're looking at, especially in the world we're living in now, is that we're taking charge of our actions. We're looking to be less passive, to less about waiting for something to happen, change or growth, and more about taking control, using and applying our knowledge, and getting after what needs to be done. So, in honor of the world that we're living in, please use this time to be active in your practice, to create the change that you want, to create the experience that you crave. Hands together at your heart. Exhale the breath all the way out. Inhale for Om. Blink your eyes open. Come forward onto hands and knees. And so each of us becomes our own inner advocate and inner champion. We are responsible for creating the change that we want to see in our world, in the world that we live in. So be that change. Rather than waiting for it to happen around you, you can take charge of it, become that change that you seek, that you desire, that you know is needed. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Turn your hands just a little bit out to the side. Let's make some circles around the wrist, please. Circles around your wrists going to the right for 3, for 2, and 1. Circles to the left. Circle the other way. 3, 2, and 1. Let's actually go back to the right. Circles. 3, 2, and 1, and back to the left. 3, 2, and 1. Please turn your palms face up. Point your fingers in towards each other. Press down into the backs of your hands. Start by wiggling your fingers and rolling out your thumbs. Wiggle fingers, roll out thumbs. Bend your elbows, lower your shoulders, chest down towards your fingertips. Extend your arms, press to the backs of your hands. 2 more times. Elbows bend, arms extend, press to the backs of your hands. Elbows bend, arms extend, press to the backs of your hands. Now listen carefully. We might have done this yesterday. We're going to keep the backs of the hands down, palms facing up. Point your fingers forward. You're just kind of twisting or spinning your hands on the ground, and lower your elbows towards the ground or to the ground. Palms are still facing up. Backs of the hands are still down. Now press into the backs of your hands. Lift your elbows up. Turn your fingers back in towards each other. Spin your fingers back to point at your thighs, and then keep turning the fingers out towards the side of the mat. So you're twisting your arm, your wrist, your hand. Let's do that again. Fingers turn back to thighs, point in towards each other. Spin the fingers forward and lower the elbows down. Palms still face up, and then go ahead and pick it back up. Turn the fingers all the way in and out to the side. Palms are still facing up. Let's go again. Fingers turn in and elbows come down. Palms still face up. And fingers turn in, turn out to the side, arms extended. We'll do that 2 more times. Palms still face up. Turn the fingers in, point them forward, drop your elbows. Turn your fingers in, turn them out to the side, straighten your arms. 1 more time, turn the fingers in, point them forward, drop your elbows, palms still face up. And turn the fingers in, turn them out to the side, palms still face up, hold it here. Tuck your toes, sit back to your heels, take your arms up to the sky. Spread your fingers nice and wide, please, then squeeze your hand into a tight fist. Press through your heels, push your butt down into your feet. Flick your fingers open and closed. Ready? Open, closed, open, closed. Keep it going. 10. A little bit faster. 9. Keep building speed. 8. Keep going. 7. All the way open, all the way closed. 6. Keep it going. 5. Flick the fingers off the thumb. 4. Don't forget about using your thumb. 2. 3. Open and close. 2. Last one a little bit faster. And 1. Shake it out. All right, hopefully we felt that in the hands and forearms. We'll stretch it out now. Come back onto your hands, palms down, fingers point back towards your thighs, please. And with your palms down, fingers pointing back, lean forward, cat pose your spine, round into it. Can you bring your chin to your chest, then rock forward, shoulders go past your wrists. Inhale, move your hips back towards your heels, lift your chest up. You can even look up at the sky or ceiling and inhale, cow pose. Press through the palms of your hands. I'm going back far enough that my palms are lifting a little bit so that my forearms are stretching. Right? Exhale, come forward, cat pose. Press down, round, look back. Inhale, rock back, cow pose. Hips to heels, palms lift, press through the palms. Exhale, rock forward, cat pose. Chin to chest, lean into it. Inhale, rock back, cow pose. Hips to heels, press through the palms. 1 more time. Exhale, cat pose, rock forward, lean into it. Sweep your tailbone. Inhale, cow pose. Hips to heels, lift your chest. Please sit all the way back onto the tops of your feet. Now your toes are untucked. The top of your ankle is pressing down. So I want you to feel this sensation. This is when we get there, the way our cobra pose and upward dog is going to feel like. Top of the ankle pressing down. All right, when we're getting there, we'll explain it again, but just remember the sensation of pressing the top of the ankle down. Now from here, you can stay right where you are or lean back and lift your knees up. I like this stretch because it stretches out the front of the shins. And if you do pretty much any other exercise like running or cycling, hiking, you have a tendency to strain the front of the shins. You get like shin splints where you feel tightness, and that can pull on the kneecap and pull it down, which creates pain in the knee, and that kind of radiates up, creates tension in the hip and in the low back. So we get a nice stretch for the front of the shins called the anterior tibialis, provides us a lot more stability for our knee, and then everything else above it can be more stable. Lift your knees up a little bit more if you can, then lower your knees back down to the ground. Let's come on to hands and knees, please. Fingers spread nice and wide. It's going to be a little bit tricky. Don't worry about it being absolutely perfect. Just do the best you can. You're going to take let's do the left leg first. Left knee out wide to the left. Think dog on fire hydrant. Okay, very good. Now take your left knee back behind you and point your left foot up towards the ceiling, like you're standing on the ceiling with your left foot. Okay, very good. And from there, bring your left knee into your chest without rounding your spine. Keep your head up, pull your thigh to your rib, and we'll do it again. Take your left knee out wide to the left again. Think dog on fire hydrant. This time a little slower. Circle the left knee to point towards the back of the room. Then turn your heel up as if you were standing on the ceiling. Left knee comes into your chest, push down through your hands. Keep the back body full. 1 more time. Left knee out to the left, like dog on a fire hydrant. Press to your hands, straight arms. Slowly extend your left, circle your left knee wide to the left. Try to point your left knee towards the back wall, and then turn your heel up to the sky. Bring your knee into your chest. Keep the back body full, don't round, head stays up, and left knee goes out nice and wide. Great, let's place the left knee back down. If you need to shake out your hands, you can do that. Let's do the other side. Right knee goes out to the right. And it's about a controlled movement. Keep the toes flexed. Lift your knee and thigh a little bit higher. And just one time, bring your knee forward. Take your knee back. And notice I still haven't lifted my heel. Now lift the knee, the heel up. Keep lifting the inner thigh. Bring your knee into your chest. Without rounding the spine. Good. Take your knee out wide to the side again. Keep your foot down. Keep the knee and heel at the height of the hip. It's really hard to say. And then take the right knee back to point towards the back of the mat. Spin the thigh up. Turn your heel to the sky. Back body full. One more time. Knee into your chest. Take the right knee out to the right. Point the right knee towards the back of the mat. Spin the thigh up. Heel stands on the ceiling. Good, everybody. Knee into your chest without rounding. Lift the knee out wide to the right. And lower the knee back down to the ground. Excellent job. Take your knees wide. Bring your toes together. Child's pose just for a moment. Move your hips back. Stretch your arms out. So we're going to spend a little bit of time venturing into our hips today. It's a nice way to open up and feel really free and liberating. But knowing that our hips are a place of a lot of emotional storage. They are where we hold a lot of our emotional experience. So as you're moving through today's practice, if you feel moved or emotional, or if you feel resistant to some of the action, it's okay. Just examine it, move through it, see if it serves you, or if you can set it to the side and continue to move without distraction as best you can. All right. Good, my friends. Go ahead and come back up onto your hands and knees, please. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers nice and wide, hug your forearms in. We're gonna take a walking split to the top of the mat. So lift your left leg up first, and don't just lift it up, extend it out. Press through your left heel, lift through your inner left thigh, and step your left foot now just forward of your right foot and a little bit to the left. I'm taking my left heel just in front of my right big toe. Right leg lifts up nice and high. Lift the inner thigh. Lift up onto your left tiptoes. Press out through your right heel. Extend. Now bring your right foot just forward of your left foot. We're going to keep that going. Take your time. Don't rush it. Lift your left leg up and stretch it back. Left foot steps forward of the right foot. Lift your right leg up. Stretch it back. Right foot steps forward of the left foot. One more time. Lift your left leg up and stretch it back. Left foot steps between the hands. Right leg lifts up and stretch it back. Right foot steps next to left foot. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen into your spine. Spin your inner thighs back and pull the bottom of your heart forward. Exhale, fold in, nose to knees, please. Inhale, rise to standing. Take your arms up. Big reach up to your fingertips. Interlace the hands, press the palms up to the sky. Cactus your arms, exhale, curl back, lift into your chest, open your heart. Chair pose, bend your knees, move back. So to get some space in the hips, I'd like you to hug your shins in energetically, as if you were squeezing something between your shins, and spin your inner thighs down. This action will broaden your hips. Please sit through that space. Bring your hips to the height of your knees. Exhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen into your spine. Plant the hands, your choice on how you get there. You can step one foot at a time or lightly hop back to chaturanga. When you're ready, we'll meet there in that chaturanga, hold it. Step or hop back. Holding your chaturanga for 3, elbows bent, hold it. 2, lower down, 1, cobra pose. Point your toes, pull your heart forward. Think about getting longer here. The top of the ankle presses down. Extend through the front of the hips. Pull forward. Very good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job, everybody. Right leg lifts up and back. Lift your inner right thigh. Press through your right heel. Right foot steps just forward of the left foot. Left leg lifts up and reaches back. Press through your left heel. Left foot steps forward of the right foot. We'll keep that going. Right leg lifts up. Press it back. Right foot steps forward of the left foot. Left leg lifts up. Press it back. Left foot steps forward of the right foot. Again, right leg lifts up. Press it out. Right foot steps between the hands. Left leg lifts up. Do your best. Extend it out. Left foot steps next to right foot. Inhale, lift up halfway. Hug your shins in. Roll your shoulders back and stretch your heart forward. Exhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Push down, rise up. Interlace your fingers. Press the palms up. Cactus your arms. Exhale, curl it back. Open your heart. All right, chair pose. Reach your arms up. Hug your shins in. Spin your inner thighs down. Broaden your hips. Sit through that space. Get low. Good, Alex. Lift your chest a little bit more. Yes. Exhale, forward fold, nose to knees. Lift up halfway. Please lengthen your spine. Plant the hands lightly. Step or hop back. Chaturanga, and hold it there in that bent elbow position. 3, elbows in. 2, good, Lindsay. 1, lower down. Nice, Frankie. Cobra pose. Inhale. Good, Sammy. Roll your shoulders back a little more. Yes, downward facing dog. In through your nose, out through your nose. Find your breath. Inhale, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Lift up to your toes, bend your knees, look forward, please. Now your feet are going to land just wider than your hands. So instead of feet together, the feet will go outside of the wrist. Bend your knees, look forward, step or hop your feet wider than your hands. Then lower your hips down into a squat position. Alex, so good. Good, Lindsay. Press your elbows into your thighs. Squeeze your thighs into your arms. Press down into your feet, lift into your chest. Nice, Jeff. Can you roll your shoulders back a little bit, Jeff? Lift into your chest more. Try to create as much extension in your spine as you can. For me, it's helpful to think of the side body also extending. So as I move the hips down and back, I'm lifting and lengthening through the side body. Think of your ribs telescoping away from your hips. Place your hands down, lift your hips up, forward fold. Hands down, step your right foot way back behind you. Look forward and lunge, breathe in. Both hands are inside of your left ankle. Right foot is back, left foot is forward. Lift through your inner right thigh, please, and press through your right heel. Deepen your lunge, pull forward into your chest. Once again, try to create some extension in the spine. Maybe that means you're on your fingertips or you're using a book or a block or some sort of prop. But we want to avoid any rounding in the back if possible. One more breath here. Inner right thigh lifts, pull forward into your heart. Let's actually lower the back knee down and straighten the left leg this first round. Flex your toes, please. Scissor your thighs together. Keep your legs really active as you press out through the front of your foot and fold in a little bit deeper. Oh, that feels really good. Inhale, rock forward and lunge. Pick up your back knee. Okay, option, back knee up or down, your choice. Straighten your front leg. Back knee up or down. Maybe it's lifted. And if it's lifted, you're keeping it strong. Tone your thighs. Scissor thighs to hips. Press the right thigh back and wrap your left hip under more. Extend to your right. One more time. Inhale, rock forward and lunge. Pull forward into your chest. Straight legs. Exhale, straight up. Sorry. Inhale, extend, lunge. Exhale, straight legs. My bad, everyone. Got excited about doing this pose. Toe your thighs, scissor thighs together, press to your feet. Now you're gonna press into your hands and sweep your left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Please stack your left hip over your right hip, pressing through your hands a lot. Right quadricep flexed, right hip is staying lifted, left hip is lifting up even more. One more breath. Maybe make a circle with the left knee in one direction, circle out in the other direction. Inhale, re-extend your left leg up to the sky. And exhale, bring your left knee into your chest, rock forward, and cross your body. Take your left knee over to your right arm. Extend your left leg out to the right and stay right here, both hands down, or open your right arm up to the sky and stretch out through your legs. Stretch out through your arms. This should feel really good. Maybe a little bit hard. We're going to take this in a weird direction now. Lower your bum down to the ground, keeping the legs exactly where they are. Very nice. Your left leg is extended out. Fold over your left leg. Kind of weird, I know. You're folding over your left leg. It's okay if you're not facing forward. I'll make sure the instructions stay really clear for us. Tone your thighs, please. Flex your quadriceps. Work on drawing your thighs into your hips, as if you were trying to retract your legs into your hips here. Then press out through your feet and fold in a little bit deeper, nose to knee. Very nice, my friends. Walk your hands back in, please. This is where it's going to get a little bit tricky again. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your left foot in next to your left hip. Bend your left knee. Left foot next to left hip. With or without your hands, you're going to pick your bum up, Skandasana. Right? You might have to use your hands for this, but your left knee is bent, your right leg is straight, and you're somewhere near the top of your mat, Skandasana. Very nice. And do your best. Adjust if you need to. You might need to come a little bit higher. That's totally fine. Find what works best for you. If you can keep your heels down, that's great. It gives you more access to moving the hips back and getting a little bit more into your hip, less into your knee. From here, my friends, straighten your legs, wide-legged forward fold. Turn your big toes in, fold in, drop your head towards the ground. Now lift up to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Left hand comes down, right arm opens up to the sky. Inner thighs spin back. Broaden the backs of your hips. From the center of your hips, press out through your feet and extend forward into your chest. Wrap your right arm behind your back, please. A little bit of fancy footwork here. Turn your left toes to point forward. Now bring your left hand on the inside of your left ankle, or bring your left elbow to your left thigh. Side angle pose. We should be facing back at the front of the mat. Good, everyone. I know, a long way just to get to side angle pose, but in the practice of moving into the hips, we're not just practicing stretching the hips, but making the hips more mobile. We want to be able to access the space that we're creating. Tone your thighs, scissor thighs together. Press out through your feet, pull forward into your chest. All right, unwind it. Take your right hand down to the ground. Roll over to your right side, side plank pose. Take your left arm up to the sky. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Step your left foot back, wild thing. Press to your feet, lift your hips. Beautiful, nice Barry. And then all the way back to plank pose. So good, Sammy. Lower, chaturanga. Cobra pose, inhale. Nice, Caroline, shoulders back. Good, downward dog. Exhale, hips up and back. Take a few breaths. In through your nose, out through your nose, please. Be the feeling that you want to experience. Do you want to feel strength? Do you want to feel open? You want to feel connected? Be those feelings. You have that agency over your own experience to create what you need to feel fulfilled. Or better yet, to create the experience that best serves growth, community. Please lift your right leg up to the sky, the universe even, right? Lower your right leg back down. Lift up to your tiptoes. Bend your knees, look forward. We're gonna land with our feet wider than our hands. Come forward to a squat position. Step or hop lightly forward. Drop it like it's hot. Squat. Yellow. Heels squeeze together. Press your elbows into your thighs. Lift into your chest. Gotta love those squats, right? This is just a really effective way to move into the hips. Squat is a very functional shape. Even outside of yoga, we can find ourselves having need and using this position. So it's a nice functional way to practice moving into our hips. Place your hands down, lift your hips up, forward fold, and step your left foot way back. Inhale, look forward and lunge. Lift your inner left thigh, tack your right hip back, stretch through your legs and lunge. Exhale, let's drop the back knee for the first round. Straighten your right leg, please. Flex your toes. Notice that my right leg isn't fully extending, and that's okay. Work on engagement mode. Create the shape you want. Flex your quadriceps, thigh muscles. And rather than forcing the knee down, you can create the stretch through action. Flex your quads, tack your right hip back, press through the ball of your right foot. You'll feel the muscles lengthen in this manner. Rather than forcing it, we get to use our knowledge to create the desired effect. Ooh, that feels good. Inhale, rock forward and lunge. Please pick up your back knee, stretch through your legs, pull forward through your chest, open your heart. Back knee up or down, exhale, straight legs. You can choose to keep the back knee lifted or bring it back down. Remember to breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Inhale, rock forward and lunge. One more time, exhale, straighten your front leg, please. We'll hold it here, tone your thighs, drop thighs to hips, press out through your feet, push down into your hands. Sweep your right leg up to the sky. Right leg goes up. Stack your right hip over your left hip, please. Press through your hands and stack your right hip over your left hip. Try not to collapse into your left side. Press through your hands. Tack your left hip back a little bit more. Now lift your right hip up and over one more time. Inhale, extend your right leg out. Big breath in. Stretch through your toes, stretch through your hands. Exhale, right knee into your chest. Cross the body. Take your right knee to your left arm and extend your right leg out to your left. Good, Mark. You can keep both hands down if you prefer, if it feels more stable and controlled for you, or expand, open your left arm up to the sky. Breathe. Wherever you end up is perfect, exactly there. You don't need to force going deeper. Move with intention, move with care. And we'll lower the bum down to the ground, keeping the legs nice and wide. I know we're going to be facing away from the camera. That's okay. Inhale, sit up tall. Fold over the right leg. Exhale. And as best you can, keep your right leg active. Tone your thighs. Draw thighs to hips. Push your hips back and fold in. Work your nose towards your right knee. Breathe. One more breath, fold in. This looks so good, everyone. Slowly walk your hands in. This is where it gets a little tricky. Place your hands behind your back, lean back into your hands a little bit. Bend your right knee and place your right foot as close to your outer right hip as you can. You're really gonna drag the right heel in. From here, with or without your hands, lean forward, press into your feet, squeeze your heels together, come up to your skandasana. Your butt will lift up, your hands will walk out in front of you. Maybe the hands come to the heart, extend into your spine. And that's a tricky transition. It takes a little bit of practice getting into it and feeling comfortable. Remember just to breathe and do your best. Nothing needs to be perfect. Place your hands down, lift your hips up, straighten your legs. We'll place the right hand down right underneath the nose and open the left arm up to the sky for a twist. Once again, make your legs strong, flex your quads. Spin your inner thighs back, broaden your hips. From the center of your hips, expand out in all directions. Wrap your left arm behind your back. Turn your right toes forward, right toes point forward. right hand to the inside of the right ankle, or for a little more support, right elbow to your right thigh, side angle pose. With a nice half bind, you can work on drawing your navel in, filling up the space between your low back and your forearm. If you have your hand on the ground, press your back body into your left forearm. Press your forearm into your back body, but also press your right arm and right leg together to give you more external rotation in the right hip. You can use your fingertips inside your right thigh to also help spin the outer right hip wider. Taking advantage of the shape we're in, we're creating the stretch that we want, the sensation that we want, the reality that we want. We build it with intention, we build it with integrity. Slowly unwinding. Circle your left arm down to the ground. Oh, it feels really good. And open up the right arm to the sky, side plank pose. Bring your right toes out to the right. Step your right foot back to your left foot. Stay here, or wild thing. Make your heart sing, get groovy, open it up, stretch through your fingertips. These look so good, everyone. Reach to the ground over your head. Nice, Pam. Come back around plank pose. And let's make this vinyasa optional. If you'd rather skip it and just hang tight in plank for a few breaths, you can. If you are taking that chaturanga to cobra pose action, really make sure you're moving slowly, intentionally, mindfully. Good, Barry. Hips forward, shoulders back. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Find your breath again. In through your nose, out through your nose. We'll give this just a little bit more opportunity to find more space in the hips, more release. Inhale, lift your heels up, come up to your toes. Bend your knees, exhale, look forward, lightly step or hop forward, forward fold. Drop your hips and squat. Heels in, toes out. Press your elbows into your thighs. Press your thighs into your elbows. Squeeze your heels together. Push down into your feet, lift into your chest. Good, Rhonda. Take your feet a little wider apart to probably help out a lot. Yeah, better. Nice, Cody. Lift your chest a little bit more. Good, Nancy. Press into your feet. Great, everyone. Place your hands down. Lift your hips up. Forward fold. Look back to the back of your mat. Inhale, lift up. Halfway step your right foot way back behind you. Great. From here, a couple of options to take this deeper. Stay exactly where you are, or work your forearm, right forearm first, down to the ground. Maybe left forearm as well. If this seems too deep and you can't keep the extension, the lengthening of your spine, come back up onto your hands. So I'd like you to not come down lower if you're rounding into your back a lot. If you're rounding, stay on your hands. Maybe just bend your elbows a little bit. Like Annie, extend more, heart forward. Yes, good. Breathe. Good, Barry. Keep stretching through your chest. Nice, Barbara. Good, Jamie. Back leg is strong. Inhale. Come back up onto your hands and exhale, straighten your front leg. Inner right thigh presses back. Outer left hip tucks up. Extend through your legs. Breathe. Inhale, rock forward. This time we're going to lower the right knee down to the ground. Take your left hand to the inside of your right thigh. All right, press your left thigh away from you, lean back, stretch your heart forward, open it up. Flex your toes of the left foot. One more breath, deepen your lunge, squeeze into your right glute as you lunge deeper. Very good, and pick up your back knees, straighten your legs, fold it in. One more time, rock forward and lunge. This time, circle your left arm all the way up and back. Grab your right foot. We're going to sort of combine these two actions. If you want to stay here, lean back and twist, you can also come down onto your right forearm. Again, making sure you're not rounding, but you have the freedom to extend. So even though we have this agency over our action, over the reality that we're creating, we want to make sure we're moving intentionally and mindfully at the same time. So at least for yoga, in my experience, it's been the best way to create lasting change is to do it from a place of knowledge, a place of compassion, rather than forcefully moving into something. We take this journey of patient, progressive application of knowledge to action. This helps us shape the world, or at least our yoga experience, to suit our needs. Release the back foot. Wow, I could have held that pose all day. It feels so good. Pick up your back knee, straighten your legs, please. And let's go right into taking your left leg up to the sky and back. We're going really slow through this flow on purpose, so there's a lot of time to sit in the pose. Move away from any feelings of discomfort or limitation. And try to find some joy and bliss through the action. You can create it on your own. You don't have to wait for it to show up. Press through your hands, lift into your left hip, extend your left leg out, left knee into your chest, rock forward and cross the body. Take your left knee to your right side, extend your left leg out to the right, pause. You might choose to keep both hands down. If you want to open your right arm up, you can. Stretch through your legs, stretch through your arms, lean back a little bit, look up, lower your bum down to the ground, and fold over your left leg. You should be already kind of in position to do so. Left leg is extended, both legs are active. Fold in. One more breath here. Walk your hands in. You maybe are doing this without hands, or maybe you want to rely on just leaning back into your hands. This is also fine. And bringing your left foot in. With or without your hands, your left foot is right next to your left hip. You're going to lean forward, pick up your hips, Skandasana. Working a lot of actions there, but that's mobility of the hip, core strength as well. Squeeze your heels together, press out through your feet, lift into your chest. Try to keep that fullness and length in the spine. Hands down, hips up, wide-legged forward fold. Place your left hand down, open your right arm up to the sky, and wrap your right arm behind your back, please. Spin your inner thighs back and stretch out through your chest. Keep the length in the spine as you turn your left toes forward and bring your left hand down inside your left ankle, side angle pose, facing the front of the mat. So good, my friends. Your right arm is wrapped behind you. Your left hand is down on the inside of the left ankle. You're breathing deeply in and out through your nostrils. Work the actions of the legs. Tone your thighs, squeeze your heels together. Good, Mark. Take your left hip back even more, Mark, and keep leaning back into your right shoulder. Wrap your outer left hip back and underneath you. Press through your feet, extend forward through your heart. Lean back. Let's take one more pose for this foot for now. Walk your left hand forward, float your right leg up, half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. This is a great time to find a block, a soup can, a stack of books, edge of a sofa, edge of a desk to find your balance. Work on making your legs active, creating the shape. Tone your thighs, lift your kneecaps. Spin your inner right thigh back, lift the back of your right thigh a little bit more. In the center of your hips, extend out through both legs. Lean back. Good, Cody, that lifted leg, stretch it out, press it back. There you go. Everyone, nice job. Start to step your right foot back, circle your right hand down to the ground, please. Roll over to your right side, side plank pose. Take your left arm to the sky. Take your time. If you need to bring your right knee down for support, you can. Squeeze your glutes, step your left foot back, open up the front of the hips. Reach to your left fingertips. Last pose. We're actually going to do one more pose here. Look forward, look down, bring your left knee into your chest. Left shin comes forward, pigeon pose, the top of the mat. Stay seated up nice and tall, left shin forward, right leg back. Inhale, lift into your chest, look up at the ceiling. We're going to pulse it. Lower down, exhale, take your head to tap the ground. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Scissor your thighs together. Exhale, press out through your legs and fold in. And last time, inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, fold it in. Walk your hands out in front of you. Take one full breath here. All right, hips. Walk your hands in. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take it back. Optional vinyasa. You might choose to stay in your down dog or take a little flow. Last time, right? Lift up to your tiptoes, please. Bend your knees, look forward. Land softly, feet wider than the hands. Good, Caroline. Step or hop forward, nice berry. Squats. Little pulses. 3, 2, go a little more elasticity in the joint. And 1, forward fold, lift your hips up. Drop your head, look back to the back of your mat. Keep pulling your butt towards the sky. Inhale, lift up halfway. You step your left foot way back, way back. That's it. And we're going to be here for a few breaths, just working our way deep into our hips. With what's going on in the world around us, maybe we're holding on to a lot of emotion right now. And this is a place where we can start to let it go, to let it move through us, to experience it and set it free so that we can process and move beyond. When you're ready, come down to your forearms if you want, back knee up or down. We tend to hold a lot of our emotional experience in our hips, at least according to yogic philosophy. So if you feel resistance, if you feel the limitation, other than just physically, give yourself permission to move through it, to experience it, and if the time is right, to set it free. Sometimes it inspires us to take action, helps us shape a better reality for ourselves. Couple of breaths here. Try to keep your spine extended. So if you're rounded, maybe you come back up onto your hands. Jamie, that's really nice. Pull your heart forward. Good, Annie. Even more extension, chest forward. Rhonda, can you walk your right foot forward more, please? Bring your knee over your ankle. Yeah, there you go. Good. Slowly extend a little bit more. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, come up onto your hands. Nice breathe. Straighten your legs and breathe. Take it slow. Find the stretch. Breathe into it. Create the sense of engagement that you're looking for. Strong legs, active extension. Inhale, rock forward and lunge. Lower your back knee to the ground. Place your right hand inside your right thigh. Flex your toes. Press your right thigh wide. Just lean back. Open it up. Shoulders back. Good, Brian. Or good, Matt. Press the thigh wide. Pull your heart forward. Breathe. Good, Lauren. Flex your toes. Good, Meredith. Really nice. Lean it back. Nice, Jeff. Left shoulder back as well. All right, unwind. Straighten your legs. Pick up your hips. Both hands down. 2 straight legs. Last time, look back at your toes. Second to last time, I guess. Then lower the back knee down to the ground. Let's take that right arm, circle it up. Circle it back. Grab your left foot and squeeze heel to bum. If you want to, and if you can keep the extension in your spine, which I'd like you to focus on maintaining, lower your left forearm to the ground. If it makes you round in to drop the forearm, maybe today you stay up on your hand and keep moving your heart forward. Keep opening up your heart. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Matthew, roll right shoulder back, even more. Top shoulder, keep going. Yeah, keep it up until you're stacked in the shoulders. Beautiful. One last breath here. Squeeze into your left glute, deepen your lunge. Release the back foot, circle the right arm around, straighten your legs. Press to your hands, sweep the right leg up to the sky, three-legged duck. Keep pushing through your hands, stack your right hip over your left hip, please. Extend your right leg out, inhale. Right knee into your chest, exhale, rock forward, cross the body, right knee to the left. Extend your right leg out to the left side and open your left arm up to the sky, please. Press to your feet, press to your hands, lean back a little bit, Lindsay, really nice. And slowly lower your hips down to the ground. Good, Katrina. Fold over your right leg as best you can. Working your nose towards your knee. Breathing in and out through your nostrils. Take your time. Make your legs active, flex your quads. Drop thighs to hips. In the center of your hips, press out through your feet and fold. Inhale, walk yourself back in. With or without your hands, you can lean back into your hands if it's helpful. Bring your right foot next to your right hip. With or without your hands, good, Madeline, pick up your hips, Skandasana. Take as many steps as you need to get there. This is a great practice for creating more mobility in the hips, mobility is sort of the combination of your strength and flexibility, how we can access the openness of our hips through engagement. It's nice that we open the hips and spend all this time creating rotation and expansion and abduction and adduction, but how do we then use that space that we're creating? How do we tap into that awareness? And that's where the sense of agency comes from, where we're able to create the sensation we want. We're able to create the reality that you want. Hands down, right hand coming down, left arm to the sky, straighten your legs and twist, inner thighs back, heart forward, wrap your left arm behind your back. Keep the extension in the spine. Bring your right toes forward, place your right hand down inside your right ankle. Side ankle pose. If you want to get a little bit longer, just walk your feet apart more. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Good, Sammy. Even deeper in that lunge if you can, Sammy. Take your right hip back and underneath you. Use your left fingers to help create more external rotation in the right hip. So I'm using my hand to almost tuck my right hip underneath me. From there, press to your left foot, stretch your heart forward, and lunge deeply. So good, my friends. If you want to take this half moon pose, you can. Walk your right hand forward, float your left leg up. Maybe you want to bring both hands down for more support or stay in the previous shape. Wherever you are, your choice. You can create the desired effect through action and intention. Flex your quads, drop thighs to hips. Lift the back of your left thigh. And from the center of your hips, expand out in all directions through your legs, through your heart. Lean back. Nice, Lauren. Circle your left hand all the way down to the ground, please. Big step back with your left foot. Side plank to the left side. Take your right arm to the sky. Maybe you're stepping your right foot back. Wild thing. Thank you. Reach to your fingertips. And let's bring it all the way back around to plank pose. Last time for, the pigeon pose. Right shin coming forward, pigeon pose. You got an extra vinyasa in there, you're welcome. Sit up nice and tall. Scissor your thighs together, please. At this point, exhale, folded. Your hips are feeling very open. You also feel, hopefully, a lot of control through that opening. Inhale, sit up tall, scissor your thighs together. Exhale, fold in, lower your head towards the ground. One more time, inhale, sit up tall, scissor your thighs together. Exhale, fold it in, and walk your hands out in front of you. Keep the legs active. Tantric philosophy teaches us of the agency we have in creation. You create something, you maintain it, you dissolve it, you let it go. Maybe for a time it's forgotten, but because we've done it, it's always remembered. There's this chance of bringing it back. Slowly walk yourself back in, take it back, downward facing dog. Think of a time you showed someone compassion, love, or kindness. Because it's happened, you have the opportunity to call on it, to remember it, for that sense to be reawakened within you. Creating now, heart, body, and mind, soul, and spirit. That sensation of compassion, kindness. We create our reality, and if that's what we're leading with, we're off to a really good start. Come forward, lower your knees to the ground. Walk your hands out in front of you, please. Puppy dog pose at the center of your chest, drop down to the ground. Look forward to your thumbs. Slide forward onto your forearms, Sphinx pose. Shut your toes back. Press the tops of your feet down. Tops of the ankles press down. Talked about that earlier. Push into the tops of the ankles. Push into your forearms, lift into your chest. Breathe. Good, Rhonda. Forearms forward even more. Elbows under shoulders. There you go. A little bit more even. That's it. Option, stay where you are, or bend your right knee, reach back with your right hand, grab your right foot, and just kind of pull the right heel down towards your outer hip. Totally optional. If you have the space in your shoulders, you spin your fingers forward over your toes. Release it if you have it. Switch sides. If you're still in Sphinx pose, keep it active. Push down to the tops of your feet. Squeeze your thighs together a little bit. Pull your hips forward, lift your chest up. Should feel like you're trying to slide forward on the mat, everybody, but your back leg is keeping you anchored in place. Go forward as you extend. Good, Jeff. Keep pushing down to your right forearm. Chest up. Release the back foot. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Get really long. Reach your arms forward and then lift everything up, everyone. Lift your legs. Lift your arms. Big breath in. Practice your arms, exhale. Inhale, extend, reach forward. Practice your arms, exhale. Inhale, extend, reach forward. Bend your knees, exhale, reach back, grab your feet. Kick your feet into your hands. Hold it for 3. Good, Becky, knees in a little closer. 2, yes. And 1, lower yourself down. Relax. Open your arms out nice and wide to a T shape. Roll over to your left side and step your right foot to the ground behind you. If you want to reach back with your right hand and grab your right foot, you can. Release to the other side, please. Roll over to your right side. Step your left foot to the ground behind you. Maybe you reach back with your left hand and grab your left foot. Come back to your stomach. Reach your arms out in front of you. One more time. Inhale, lift everything up. Cactus your arms, exhale. Inhale, extend. Cactus your arms, exhale. Push down into your hips. Inhale, extend. Cactus your arms. Reach back, grab your feet. Kick the feet into your hands. Lift your toes up. Roll your shoulders back. Lift your chest up. And breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Relax. Nice job. Shake out your hips. Turn over onto your backs, please. Place your feet flat on the ground. You're gonna go knees right to left a few times. Right to left. And we'll let both knees fall over to the left side. The legs are staggered so that your right knee is at your bottom of your left foot, the sole of your left foot. Stay right here without forcing it. Just hold on to the pose and stretch. Or come with me to a deeper twist. Keeping your legs just as they are. You'll roll to your left side and come up onto your hands. Turn to face the back of the mat or the top of the mat, as it may be, and come down onto your forearms. The legs stay the same, staggered, with your right knee at your left foot. Your forearms are down, so your belly is now facing the ground. If you prefer to stay on your back, that's fine. Just stay there. It's a great, relaxing twist. There you go, Caroline. Yes. And then if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can reach your right arm underneath your left arm and come down onto your right shoulder. Other way, Annie, underneath you, in front of you. Other way. So your left hand is down. And then your right arm wraps in front of you, underneath you. Yeah. Turn your stomach to the ground. Exactly. Come back up, please. And let's go all the way to the other side. We'll start on our backs. Knees over to the right. Stay here if you'd like. Or roll over to your right side. Come up onto your hands. Turn to face the back of the mat or top of the mat. And come onto your forearms so that your stomach is now turning down to the ground. You can stay just like this. It's a pretty nice stretch. Or thread your left arm underneath your right arm in front of you. Underneath you. Come down onto your left shoulder. Slowly unwinding. Let's finish up. Come onto our backs. Bring your knees into your chest. Grab your feet. Happy baby. Thighs pull wide and down. Rock it out side to side. Play around with extending through your right leg. Pulling your left thigh wide and down. Extending through your left leg. Pulling your right thigh wide and down. Maybe extending through both legs. When you're ready, legs together. Pull your legs as close to your chest as you can. Straight legs. Inhale. Shavasana. Exhale. Lie back and relax. Let it go. Go of that tension. Go of any of those emotional limitations that have been blocking you from your ability to create bliss, joy, freedom. Go of anything that stands before your ability to create. And once free of that in this moment, you have the power to create what it is that you think best serves yourself and create passion, create love, create tolerance, quality. When you're ready to start moving, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrists and your ankles. If it feels good to stay on your back longer, please do so. Take as much time as you need to balance and realign your thoughts and feelings with your body in this moment. Stretch your arms over your head, stretch your legs out in front of you. Big breath in, stretch. Side out, let it go. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze and rock up to seated. Sitting up nice and tall, please close your eyes. Bring your hands together at your heart. Today's practice was by design to be a little bit slower paced, a little bit less frenetic, more time to sit and be, giving us a chance. Maybe it's been a little bit kind of crazy out there in the world to find a sense of calm, a little bit of stillness in our world. Take that with you, knowing that we need balance in our lives. We move, but we need to practice being still and self-care. That being said, we are the masters of ourselves and our universe. Move from this practice today knowing that you are capable of creating love, compassion, acceptance, joy, bliss. And in doing so, you shape the world around you with your action. Thank you for bringing all of that here and sharing it with us. Let's close with one Om. Exhale your breath out. Inhale for Om. The light in me honors the light in you. May that light shine brightly for us all. Thank you for practice. Thank you so much, everyone. Before you go, I want to thank each and every one of you for being present today, for sharing in this experience. It's such a powerful way we're able to connect with each other. Despite what's going on, we have this amazing ability to stay connected. Thank you for sharing that with me. If you have questions or comments, reach me, Steven@StevenArcosYoga.com, Instagram, Facebook, Steven Arcos Yoga. You can also check out the YouTube channel, Steven Arcos Yoga, for more updated videos uploaded every single day. Venmo, PayPal, also, you guessed it, Steven Arcos Yoga. So lots of ways to reach out, lots of ways to stay connected. I'm so grateful to you all. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day out there. Have an amazing rest of the weekend. And we'll see you next time.